All right, one, how about 3 quick cards and a crossing card with me? I don't know if they're going to be quick. I did the energetic weather update earlier with the King of Swords all over the place and the flying King of Swords that came out of the deck. I put the decks away. I was going to pull this reading, 3 quick cards with me, with the Light Seer. But randomly, as I put the cards away, the King of Swords showed up at the bottom. I mean, and this is the one that didn't have a King of Swords in that reading, as far as when we first started the reading. So I went with the Witches, which has a Hierophant. But now this one has the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. But this is a different message, so we're okay. But there's still this theme of 7 swords, okay? You've got somebody attached to you, a very, I don't know if somebody talked to this person or if this person had a come to Jesus with themselves. I'm not sure. Somebody here had some kind of mental breakdown. Somebody attached to you had some kind of mental breakdown about how they stabbed themselves in the foot, how they self-sabotage, how they sabotaged your relationship. Could be a family member, could be a friend. I don't know. This happens a lot with family members. You get a parent that, I know if you're one of my older or younger viewers, you probably haven't had that happen yet, but you get a parent that gets real close to knocking on heaven's door, and they tend to want to make up for all the shit that they did wrong when they were younger. So they start calling you up. It happens all the fucking time. There could be a bit of that here for some of you. I'm not sure. Either way here, somebody realizes where they went wrong and how they lied to themselves, and I think they might make an approach because of whatever they figured out in their little come to Jesus, either with themselves or with another person. All right? We'll see. Let's pull on this Knight of Cups. Let's do it. All right? For once, a Knight of Cups, not a King of Swords. All right. Here we go. But pay attention to that energy weather update. That is the real deal. I even went around and checked a couple of horoscopes on some popular horoscope sites after I did the reading, and that kind of shit is coming up in the general scopes where they just pull on the astrology. So I got it right. Something going on. Anyway, let's see where we go. Whatever it is, however it relates to you, move on from it. Don't make mountains out of molehills, if that's what it is. But just, when you realize you're going the wrong way, you've got to change direction. You can't do that backward logic that makes Mr. Spock cry. Well, we've been going the wrong way for a while. We might as well keep going. That makes no fucking sense at all. Okay? All right, here we go. All right. Let's see where, unless you're ultra low vibration, in which case it makes perfect sense. Okay. All right, let's go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Love Chair, or you're here for a reason, this reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Let's pull. Let's pull on the Knight of Cups that we just saw, who is attached to that Hierophant. Yes, it's a powerful soulmate for you, but also I think it's an energy of somebody who found God, realized they didn't before, and now wants to come to you. I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it. Don't take me literally. Just catch my drift. Right? It's somebody from your past returning. It's right there. Boom. Look at that. Boom. 6 of Cups. In the environmental energy around crossing the center card I'm going to pull. It's 3 cards and a crossing card. That's the crossing card. Environmental energy is 6 cups. Somebody returning. I'm going to say this. It's not twin flame. I wrote an article on twin flame. It's a theoretical thing, actually, energetically speaking. But energy-wise, as far as frequency goes, okay, that I can tell you. Frequencies are real, right? Your radio works, right? Okay. You guys are twinsies. I don't always notice that about this card, but you guys are sort of twinsies, right? Your menses are synced. Okay, can we phrase it like, I don't know. Whatever it is, whether you're male or female, you're twinsies. Your energies are very much in tune right now. But I think they were out of tune for a long, long, long time. Okay, let's see where we go. And, oh, by the way, somebody from your past returns, they coming to you. It's it's crossed by Queen of Pentacles. Somebody here is coming to you. That's your energy attached to that here in this reading. Look at that. There you are. You don't even have to do anything. Isn't that great when that happens? When you don't have to even lift a finger? That's nice. I like that. Okay, here we go. 3 cards. 7 of Wands. Oh. And why does this remind me of the second half of the month reading a little bit? What's here? It's crossed by this, you little twinsy. the world. Yeah, somebody's in a new... It's what I just said. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. Very few people do that. It is Six of Cups. It is somebody from your past returning to you in a new energy after they've had a come to Jesus with themselves. There's some kind of emotional breakdown. Why is this you? Or no, now they're willing to fight for you. That's them. Now they're willing to fight for you. They're Larry H. Parker. If you don't live in Los Angeles, you don't know who that is. He was a lawyer on TV for years and years and years. He passed away. I'm sorry, very sad. Now some other assholes have taken over the airwaves, but he passed away. But he used to, I'll fight for you, right? That was his whole thing, right? Well, somebody's willing to fight for you, like Larry. Right? All right, what's red with the Seven of Wands? Three of Cups. Fight for you passionately. I don't know if Larry ever fought passionately or not. I never hired him. I wasn't, he was accident injury, like ambulance chaser kind of thing. I never hired him, but he may have fought. He seemed very passionate on the commercials, right? I mean, he was pointing and big fist and everything like that. Okay, all right, calm down, bro. I don't know. We're gonna have to clarify. Somebody's in a new energy here. They want to ask you out. They want to take you out. They're not taking no for an answer. And I don't have a devil attached to that yet. Y-E-T. So, people, if I say to you someone's not taking no for an answer, and then I get a bridging energy of a devil on top of this, well, that's going to end up in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, wear an extra belt on that date. I mean, I have no idea. But I don't feel anything like that here. I just feel like somebody now has seen the light. Can we put it that way? They've seen the light. Hallelujah. Right, that kind of thing. Well, let's take a look at the light they've seen, shall we? With the light seer and the king of truth at the bottom again. All right, let's go. And again, my earlier energy weather update may apply to this person. It could be somebody attached to you, right, where they've seen the light. And what's nice about this is they saw the light and they're doing something about it. They didn't just keep going away from it. They saw they were going against the light, and then they turned and walked toward the light. That's what I've got here. I applaud this person. Unless I get a devil, and then I don't. Right? I don't want any of my viewers to be a Dateline NBC special. I mean, But here we go. Let's see where we're at. It can also mean when you get a devil that somebody's not taking no for an answer, but they're willing to trick you. They're willing to, lie to get whatever they want. Say whatever they have to say, right? Fine, we'll be together forever. Now let's bang. They don't mean it. Right? It's a lie. So, again, my energy weather update from earlier, pay attention. When your spidey sense says, yeah, it's bullshit, then it probably is. Listen to it. Don't blow it out of proportion. Don't invite your own devil energy in. Right? Oh, flying out of the deck, are you? Oh, my God. It's a Page of Swords. Why is that here? It flew out of the deck, the Chariot. And what's the bridge? The Ace of Swords. Somebody's realized they've been going the wrong way. Somebody realized they're going the wrong way. What the fuck was I thinking? It's a disappointment energy there, but somebody got the message fast and they acted on it. It's what I said. Whoever this person is, they're part of your journey in this soulmate cycle. I can tell you that from the Chariot. There's Cancerian energy. So they're Larry H. Parker. They're willing to fight for you. Fine, let's go. Seven of Wands. All right, little fighter, talk to me. What do we get here? All right, what do we got? Seven of Wands. It's a Knight of Wands. Is this past tense or is it present tense? I mean, somebody here is just in love with being in love right now. Okay? I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that card. I won't lie to you. I don't like that energy. Okay. What's on top? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. I don't have a devil here, but I kind of do. Why is that here? And the Knight of Swords. This person will tell you, what's the bridge? This person will tell you whatever they need to tell you to come inside. Right? They feel left out. They figured out that they love you. They want to come back. They feel lonely. They know they went the wrong way. They're coming in. Have they had a dark night of the soul? nothing that deep. But I do believe they have had an emotional breakdown. And I think I said that already in the pre-shuffle. Yeah, they want to come in. They'll say anything to come in from out of the cold. There's some sort of, that's what this is. It's a message of change. Somebody's alone. They don't want to be alone, right? They'll fight for you. It's not a devil. It's nothing you need to call security for. Okay, you're fine. You don't need to wear an extra belt, and you don't need to worry about it. But it is somebody who will say anything. And again, this is why I often pull a 3 card after an energetic weather update. Right? I'm showing you a possibility of how it could play out. So pay attention to the energy weather update. And I say that because I felt so much resistance in the core energies of some of the people watching. If you're that resistant to the fact that you might be wrong, you're fucked. I mean, you have to allow for the fact that you could be wrong. Blind faith is a beautiful thing, but blind faith is just downright stupid. All right? At the end of the day, you've got to know what the fuck you're doing, and you got to make sure you know what's going on. That's all. You can't be that defensive about that kind of a thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's good advice. That's shit that I teach my niece and nephew so they grow up in the world and don't be suckers. I mean, it's what it is. Oh, man, my niece, she's going to eat boys for lunch at that. So I taught her too much. Oh, those poor boys. Okay, anyway, at the end of the day here, it's not a devil thing, but they will say whatever they need to say to come in. You know that. You're aware of it. Act accordingly. All right, three of Cups. Why is it here? Here we go. 3 of Cups. Always allow for the fact that you might be wrong. It's a simple message. That's it. It's too much my way or the highway in the energy, especially even in the soulmate cycle with the DMs. That's why we call them the Burger King. They got to have it their way. Been doing that since I got here. People don't like to admit they're wrong. DMs don't, especially. And that's why this person here is still playing loosey-goosey with the truth a little bit. All right, 3 of Cups. Do what you want to do. I don't really care. It's fine. I'm good. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. All right. 5 of Wands. Why don't I like that energy either? That's why. The Knight of Pentacles is back. You might be a little stubborn here. That's that Knight of Pentacles that you were attached to in the earlier energy weather update. You might... I've told you this information over here that they're willing to say whatever they need to say to come inside and all of that, just so you know. Who cares? If you know, you can look. If you know how the con works, let's just take an extreme example. If you know how the con works, you can take it for a ride and have fun with it, right? You can just relax. Be like water. Take the shape of whatever you pour it into. How many times do I have to say that? Don't be rigid. I wouldn't want to live my life that rigid. I couldn't be creative if I was. I mean, artists certainly understand what I'm saying. They go with it, right? Bob Ross tried to teach us for years that there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents, right? I mean, anyway. And I'll catch shit for saying the same thing, just differently. Right? Okay, that's fine. Go yell at Bob Ross. Right, right here. God bless the Bob Ross people for putting up a painting for one of Bob's paintings for auction to save PBS. God bless them. I'll tell you what, he would like that. And they said no initially. They said no, we don't do that sort of thing, because then people would ask. And then they ended up putting one up because it's good for them. I'll tell you what. Right here. Queen of Pentacles, good people. 8 of Pentacles right there is why it's there. What's the bridge? Knight of Cups. Well, it's the original Knight of Cups that we started pulling on. You're inclined to say no. This Knight of Cups, these cards are very clear. The energy flow is very clear. And it maybe I ruined it for you. Maybe I'm a ruiner. Maybe what I said, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You can enjoy the fuck out of this now, knowing that it won't end poorly for you. Or you can decide to call them on their shit. We talked about that in the second half of the month reading. You can do whatever you want here, but it looks like this Knight of Cups asks you out. This is someone wants to take you out. This is the bridging energy. It tells me who. This is you, right? And this is you ignoring like they're not even there, right? I mean, it's a bit of that. It's a bit of Flem the parrot and my wife. They get along. He likes everybody. He's a good bird. He likes everybody. Right? But he prefers me. I'm his buddy. We're soulmates, right? And sometimes it's really funny. He will pretend like she's not there. He will go out of his way to look in another direction while she's there. It's impossible not to notice. He's not smart enough to hide it, but he's smart enough to do it, right? And I think that kind of applies here a little bit. You know you want it, so just go out. Stop putting up whatever. You're fine. So what? They're going to say something. Oh, and they trick you. Let them trick you. If you know the trick, just go along with it, right? I mean, it is what it is. That's, for me in life, that's the most fun when somebody tries to trick me and I know what they're doing, right? I'm familiar with it and I don't call them on it. I just go along with them, right? You know, I remember one time a long time ago, somebody spent a lot of time. I think his name was Charlie. I remember Charlie spent a ton of time. We were in the car riding around doing errands, right? This guy Charlie spent a ton of time, the whole time we were riding around the city in the car, running errands, stopping at Target, stopping at the store, telling us what a great surfer he is. Oh, I can surf. I surfed Maui. I surfed this. And he's talking about Chile, where he surfed down there and stuff like that. He never even thought for a second. I was with my roommate Joe. He was driving at the time. And Joe never thought for a second that Joe would just get sick and tired of hearing it, turn the car toward the beach, and head out there. And the next thing you know, we're down in Temescal Canyon. And the next thing you know, it's like, okay, put up or shut up, motherfucker, right? That was fun. We didn't, again, it's just, I don't know, that was just fun. It's just fun to go along with it when you know somebody's just saying shit because they want to get with the in crowd or whatever. Go along. You got a chance, if you go along with this person, to see who they really are, to call them on their bluff, to call someone's bluff here. If you call them out right away, well, you're just saying that to try to get in my pants, then it ends right there. Right? This is a person who's going to puff themselves up and talk a big game. They're not this. I will pull directly on that. I will clarify that with another deck. I will. I will clarify this Knight of Cups with the little animal deck. All right? I'll show you who this person really is. They're just like that Charlie person. I think that was his name, Charlie. Never surfed anything in his life, right? I think it looked like to me that was the first time he ever saw the ocean. At Temescal Canyon, you come down the hill, right? It's a road. It's in Pacific Palisades. You come down the hill, and at the top of the hill, you could see the ocean, right? It's up by Pally High. You could see the ocean, right? And he didn't know we were heading toward the ocean until we got to the top of that fucking hill. And there's the blue off in the distance. He's like, oh, shit, right? Yeah, all right. We'll call you a bluff, motherfucker. Well, you know. It was fun. It's nice. When you know the con, play along. You'll learn stuff about people. We joked about it later. It wasn't any big deal. All right. He was just trying to fit with the in crowd. I don't know why he thought we were the in crowd, but I don't know. We spent the day going to Target or something like that, I remember. I hardly think we were in. Anyway, Knight of Cups. Who is this person? It is what it is. Look how gallant. Look. Got all dressed up, got the flowers. They look like they care, don't they? They look like they fucking care. I mean, this person cares. They probably took a shower. I mean, I myself won't even do that for most people. They look like they took a shower. They're saying whatever they need to say, doing whatever they need to do. They don't care. It's the Four of Cups. Don't care. Who is this person really deep down? It's somebody who doesn't care at all. They look like they care, right? Love them and leave them. Eight of Cups. Whatever makes them happy. After they burn it out, after they use it up, they chuck it in the trash and walk away. It's a player energy. How do we know that anyway? Didn't we have a Knight of Wands over here that I said I didn't like? Isn't that a player energy? I think it is. Why is the Eight of Cups here? It's Temperance. Again, this is a patient hunter. This is somebody who, what's the bridging energy so I can, yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Just doesn't want to be out in the cold. It's the Five of Pentacles again. These are the same card. All right? And this is truth. This is Archangel Michael. But it's their truth. Whatever it takes to use up these cups. All right? I mean, it's like somebody borrowing your car, which has happened to me a number of times in the past. And they say, I'll borrow your car. I say, well, I don't have a lot of gas left. And they say, well, I'll fill it up for you if you let me use it. Right? Oh, okay. Well, here's the keys then. Right? And they don't. I go in the next day to start it, and now it's below E. Right? It's not just on E. It's below it. Right? I mean, this is that. Say whatever they need to say. Whatever. Oh, for fuck all. Oh, my God. I will tell you what. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's put these back. Okay. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I just wanted to see what was fueling this. We didn't look. It's fucking Seven of Swords. Of course it is. They don't. So, yeah, somebody's realized that they missed out on you. This ties a lot. It ties a little bit to the energy weather update from earlier, but it ties a lot to the second half of November reading. I strongly suggest you watch that. All right. Very much so. On some level here. On some level. This is a bit more severe, I think. But it is what it is. That's your reading. That reading proved that it was kind of worth it in the end. You can turn this person into what you want. They're so afraid of losing you, they'll become whatever you want them to become. It's that type of person. But I would be very careful if I were you about that. Do you want someone who's pretending to be something just to be with you, or who's really that something, right? If you're someone who likes to change people, which I hope you're not, but if you are, this is an easy mark for you. You can work with this. So don't call them out on their shit, right? If it's just somebody you think you want to bang, that occasionally pops up in your spank bank, like I said in the second half of the month reading, then do that. Make sure you're consciously aware of what you're doing throughout, and you're fine, right? Okay, there you go. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Okay, good luck.